My dear student, in the lesson statistic, we have learned about the frequency distribution table which we can calculate by means of the grouped and ungrouped table. Now in this session, we will study how to represent it graphically, that is graphical representation of the data. The calculation of data has already been discussed in the first session. Now let us turn to another representation of data, that is known as the graphical representation of data. As the name suggests, you need a graph paper for this, and it is well said that one picture is better than 1,000 words. So picturization always gives us the clear idea. So by means of graph representation becomes easier to understand than calculation data. So here we will study the following representation of data, that is in terms of bar graph, histogram of uniform width and varying width, and the frequency polygon of the calculated data. Now today we are going to discuss about the bar graph. Now bar graph is a pictorial representation of data in which usually bars of uniform width are drawn with equal spacing between them on one axis, that is x-axis, that is the horizontal axis depicting the variable, and the value of the variable are shown on the other axis, that is vertical axis, and that axis is known as y-axis, and the height of the bars depends upon the value of the. Now how to construct the bar graph? The construction of bar graph gives you the clear pictorial representation and clear idea about the data. Now in order to construct a bar graph, we follow the following step. Take a bar graph, draw two lines perpendicular to each other. You are aware about how to draw the lines. That is, one line, that is horizontal line, is called x-axis, and the vertical line is called y-axis. Both the lines meet at the point, that point is known as origin, and we denote it by 0. Along the horizontal axis, mark the information given in the data like days, weeks, months, years, places, etc. at the uniform gaps. Choose a suitable scale to determine the height of the rectangle or bars, and then mark the height on the vertical axis. Draw bars or rectangles of equal width and heights and mark on the horizontal axis with equal between them. Now here is the one example which gives you clear idea about the construction of the bar graph, that is graphical representation of the data. The example states that it gives the number of students of Delhi state who went abroad for the study during some years. So you have to represent the given data with the help of a bar graph. Now here in the year 1995, 1400 students, and in the year 1996, 1600, and so on. You can see the figures are clearly written on the slides. Now here is the bar graph. If you see or observe it carefully, the horizontal line, that is x-axis, and the vertical line, that is y-axis. The line where meet each other is denoted by the 0. Now if you will see the gap between the bars, it is 1 unit, and the scale is properly taken. Along the x-axis, take the variable, that is years, and along the y-axis take the number of students which went abroad. Here the scale taken is 1 unit is equal to 200 students. Now this is how to represent the data on the bar graph. Now in the next topic we will see how to read and interpret the bar graph. Means already the bar graph are given, you have to understand the data, whatever the given there, we can calculate it data and also able to give the answers if asked. The first step in reading a bar graph is to know what it represents or what is the information given by it. We read the captions which are written just below the x-axis and adjacent to the y-axis. In the previous bar graph, on the horizontal line we had written the years, and on the vertical we had written the number of students. So that gives us, the captions gives us the clear idea about what the bar graph represents. Now we read the scale so that we know the precise values of the given data. After reading, we are able to draw certain conclusion from it. Drawing some conclusion from a bar graph means interpretation of bar graph. Again I am reading. The first step in reading a bar graph is to know what it represents or what is the information given by it. Second, we read the captions which are written just below the x-axis and adjacent to y-axis. We read the scale so that we know the precise value in the given data. Now after reading, we are able to draw certain conclusion from it. And drawing some conclusion from a bar graph means interpretation of the bar graph. Now see, in this bar graph, number of shoes are there, shoe numbers are there, and it is on the x-axis, and the y-axis denotes the number of students. So if you will study it clearly, shoe number 4, the number of students used shoe number 4 is 500. Shoe number 5, the number of students, see the line is in between 300 and 400. The height of the bar graph is in between 300 and 400. So here you will take shoe number 5 as 350. Shoe number 6, the total number of students are 400. Shoe number 7, the total number of students are 800. Shoe number 8, the total number of students same as shoe number 4, that is 500. Shoe number 9 is used by the minimum number of students, and that minimum number of students, if you will match it with the vertical axis, that is y-axis, it gives you the figure 100. And the shoe number 10 is used by the 400 students. This is how to study the bar graph, that is how to read the bar graph. Now the first question I am asking you, what information is given by the bar graph? So here the information given by the bar graph is shoe numbers and the number of students. So here is the answer. Number of students wearing shoes of different number. This is the information which is given by the above bar graph. Now the second question is, how many total students represent by the bar graph? Now while reading the bar graph, we have already discussed the number of students. So if not, let us discuss once again. Shoe number 4 used by 500 students. Shoe number 5 used by 350 students. Shoe number 6 used by 400 students. And shoe number 7 is used by 800 students, or it is 750 students. Shoe number 8 is used by 500 students. Shoe number 9 is used by 100 students, and shoe number 10 is used by 400 students. If you want to calculate the total number of students, you have to add all these figures, 500 plus 350 plus 400 plus 750 plus 500 plus 100 and plus 400. This gives you 3000. So how many total number of students represented by the bar graph? Total number of students are 3000, which is represented by the bar graph. Now what are the different numbers if shoes worn by the students? So the different number of shoes are shoe number 4, shoe number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So these are the different shoe numbers which are worn by the students. Now which shoe number is worn by maximum number of students? See, the height of the bar graph shows you the maximum and minimum number of students. So here is the maximum height is shoe number 7. So the answer is shoe number 7 is worn by the maximum number of students because the height of this bar is greater than other. Now the same way, how many students worn shoe number 6? See, the shoe number 6, its height is 400. So its answer is 400 students worn shoe number. So this is how to understand the reading and interpretation of the bar graph. So my dear students, it's time to check your knowledge now. Now dear students, in this session we have learned about the graphical representation of the data and also the reading and interpretation of the data. If you are not having the bar graphs at home, no problem. Last year's books you are already having with you. Rub it because we use their pencil and use it, reuse it. If that also you are not having, take any simple copy and make it temporary bar graph. But don't stop to do the work. I hope you might have clear ideas and better understanding of the representation of data by using bar graph and reading and interpretation of the bar graph. I explain all the points in detail. Here is an assignment for you that would help you to check your understanding, and I hope you would try honestly to solve this assignment shows the reading of the bar graph and some questions are asked which you have to interpret the answer. Thank you. Have a nice day.